Operators. They make up the core of Rainbow Six Siege. Without them, this game would be utter garbage. So to show appreciation to the operators, I have decided to start this series to go through my favorite operators and give them a good and proper overview. I'm going to look through the operators in terms of their weapons, gadgets, and versatility. Now let's break down the deagle wielding, camera throwing American operator, Valkyrie. To understand Valkyrie, we must first understand her weapons. Valkyrie doesn't have the best weapons in the game. In fact, they are typically worse than the other defenders' weapons, but they get the job done. Your main workhorse for Valkyrie is going to be the MPX. The MPX is not a very good gun, and is probably one of the overall worst guns in the game. Only one other operator uses it, and that's Warden. If that doesn't say something about the MPX, then I don't really know what will. The MPX boasts the usual attachments that you would find on an SMG, but you should always be using the angled grip on the MPX as it already has no recoil, so a vertical grip won't be necessary. The MPX does a mediocre 26 damage from 18 meters, but past that it will only do 19. Don't even bother using this gun suppressed, as then it goes down to a completely pathetic 21 damage and 16 at range. The MPX doesn't have the compensation of a high fire rate either, as it only has a fire rate of 850. Not even the magazine size can redeem the MPX, as it's only 30 with one in the chamber. So, overall, the MPX is definitely one of the worst guns in the game, but if you want to play Valkyrie, it's something you'll have to deal with, and as we'll cover soon, it's really not that big of a deal. Of course, every single operator in Rainbow Six Siege has to have two primaries, and Valkyrie's no exception. Valkyrie's other primary is the SPAS-12, which is another underwhelming gun. It is a shotgun, so it gives you great utility, but you'll have to be relying on your deagle for frags, as most of the time, your SPAS-12 won't get the job done. Within 4 meters of the SPAS-12, it's 35, and then drops completely off with the range. SPAS-12 is fully automatic and has a fire rate of 200 as well as a magazine size of 6 with 1 in the chamber. Obviously, if you're point blank with the SPAS-12 and land 4 pellets, center mass, then it will obviously kill someone in one hit, but that goes for really any shotgun, which makes the SPAS-12 pretty underwhelming. Overall, it's an average shotgun, but it's nothing really special. You should only be using it for utility. It's not all doom and gloom for Valkyrie's guns though, as she has the Desert Eagle. As I said earlier, if you use the SPAS-12, then you'll be using the deagle a lot. The deagle is insanely powerful, and kills someone before they can even react. The deagle can have a laser sight, as well as a suppressor, or a muzzle brake. You should use the muzzle brake no matter what, as the deagle is completely uncontrollable without it. So the muzzle brake is a complete necessity. How powerful is the deagle in raw damage though? The deagle does 71 damage within 12 meters, but then has probably the biggest drop in the game. Past that, it only does 31. As well as that, the deagle has 7 rounds with 1 in the chamber. Overall, I would say it's better than the CS Deagle, but really any gun in Rainbow Six is. But it's a very good pistol, and if you're using a SPAS-12 or just fucking hate the MPX, you'll be using the deagle a lot. Valkyrie has 2 secondary gadgets as well, that being the Nitro Cell and the deployable shield. So first, let's talk about the deployable shield. I don't really need to explain to you what it does, but I can tell you how it affects Valkyrie. So, how does it affect Valkyrie? It doesn't. It's completely useless. You shouldn't be using the deployable shield unless your teammate needs one. What you should be using is the Nitro Cell. Now, we all know how good Nitro Cells are by just throwing them. But combined with the intel that Valkyrie's cameras provide, you can lob a Nitro Cell underneath someone or someone who's behind something without them even realizing and kill them, as you will never have to peek or show yourself and risk getting game ended. So that is why you should always pick the Nitro Cell. Well, that is unless your teammate specifically needs you to have a deployable shield, but, you know, use the Nitro Cell. As we've gone through the weapons, we've realized they're completely garbage. So why would anyone want to play Valkyrie? Why don't we talk about why people actually play Valkyrie, and why she is a necessity in Pro League, and that is, of course, her great gadget. You probably already know about Black Eyes. They are the throwable cameras that are the bane of every single attacker. Valkyrie has 3 of these deployable cameras, and they can be thrown almost everywhere, including outside. However, the cameras can't be thrown outside until the prep phase is done. The cameras also have a bright blue light when they are in use, making them very easy to spot when not concealed. The cameras can also be deactivated by Thatcher's EMP and spotted by IQ's gadget, making them completely vulnerable, and they aren't challenging to destroy at all. So that is why it is ideal to keep your cameras somewhere hidden and somewhere safe, because a dead camera is worse than an alive camera. That's really stupid. I don't know why I said it, but I'm gonna keep it. So now that we understand Valkyrie's weapons, as well as her gadget, let's take a look at Valkyrie's versatility. Valkyrie is a 2 armor and 2 speed operator, so this makes her a jack of all trades, master of none. She can anchor, roam, and lurk, as well as provide intel, although she's probably best at providing intel for obvious reasons. Her guns, as we talked about earlier, are horrible, but with the proper utility, she can open up holes and rotates with both her Spas 12 and her Nitro Cell. Valkyrie is also an operator that can synergize with any other operator. No matter who it is, you can always give intel to your team through callouts and pinging on the camera. However, you should be giving callouts and not pinging on the camera, because when you ping on the camera, they start to look for the camera, and then your camera gets destroyed. Any operator who plays vertically can benefit from these hidden cameras as well. There's far too many synergies for me to go through them all, but I'm sure you can figure them out just by thinking. You guys are smart. I believe in you. So that's really all there is to Valkyrie. She has a weak loadout, great utility, and great intel gathering capabilities. She can be used to give out intel to your team and can oftentimes be the key to clutching up rounds. However, if you're going to play Valkyrie, then you need to use your mic, because if you're pinging on cameras, the enemy knows that the cameras are there and they'll shoot the cameras, and then you can't get any more intel, and that's bad for everyone. Except the attackers, obviously. So, you should typically be playing with a team when playing Valkyrie, as she's not the best solo queue operator, but I'm sure you can make her work in certain scenarios. So, that's really all there is to Valkyrie. If you enjoy these operator reviews, please let me know down in the comments. If you like the video, then obviously leave a like. And if you enjoy my videos as a whole, then please subscribe, as it lets me know that you guys enjoy it, and it gives me motivation to keep making these. So that's all I've got for you. See ya.